Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We are at Epcot for the very first day of the International Food and Wine Festival. I am very excited to be here. This day really snuck up on me, I'm not gonna lie. I am so used to the cycle of Food and Wine Festival starting in like August, September timeframe, but no, it's July 15th and the Food and Wine Festival has officially started. In my hands, I have a crisp $100 bill. We're gonna be turning this bill into a Disney gift card, and we are going to go around World Showcase and try the best of the International Food and Wine Festival. I can't wait to see what I think is good and what I think is maybe not so good, and you guys should probably skip. But either way, we're excited to be here. It's gonna be a fun video, gonna be a long video. I'm gonna be here all day. I'm not rushing out my video today. You're gonna be seeing this tomorrow on Friday the 16th. But either way, I'm excited. Let's head on inside. And something that I do want to point out real quick is that they not only have just one photo op, but they have another one over here as well. Nothing over here in the dead center anymore. They have two separate photo ops, which I really enjoy. It's something small, but I like that they did that. It keeps people from, you know, crowding around here in the middle trying to get the picture of just the one singular thing. You know, I was wondering what the crowds over here were for, but take a look. It's Mickey. And Minnie's over there somewhere. She's being swarmed by people. You can kind of see her in between there behind the tree. But yeah, that's cool. They're doing socially distanced meet and greets. Always a fun time. Alrighty, now that we are beginning our lengthy trek back into World Showcase, where all the meat and potatoes of the Food and Wine Festival are, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the wait times around the park today. So, Mission Space, we have a 30-minute wait. Test track, 85-minute wait. We'll probably wait until a little bit later to ride that one. The Grand Fiesta Tour at a 35-minute wait. Frozen at a 60-minute wait. Journey into Imagination at a 15-minute wait. With Soarin' at a 25-minute wait. And surprisingly, Living with the Land is at 25 minutes as well. Another sign that nature is healing. The Kiddie Splash area has reopened. That's awesome. I wish I was 5 again. Those are so much fun. All right, so while we're over in this area of the park, let's go ahead and take a look at the test track situation. And yeah. You see the cast member back there with the wait time sign. Yeah, that is where the line starts. And the queue is extended and then some. Holy cow. That is a lot of people waiting for Test Track. We're in Future World right next to Test Track, and there is a food and wine booth over here called the Donut Box. And I've been seeing a lot of people walking around with this menu item in particular. Crispy chicken on a sriracha glazed donut. I'm very tempted. I'm very, very tempted, I'm not gonna lie. I think this is what we're gonna start off with. I'm seeing way too many people walking around with this, and it is a thick boy. So let's go ahead and grab that. Here is a look at some of the other donuts that they have to offer over here at the Donut Box. They look really, really good. I can see myself coming back here in the very near future for some more donuts. And look at these little donut boxes. You can also get a box with 4 donuts in them. So there are plenty of opportunities to get donuts around Disney property. Oh my gosh, guys, check this out. The sriracha glazed donut with chicken. That looks absolutely insane. And there's some more of this stuff on the inside as well. And they sprinkled some sriracha sauce on the inside. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be a really hot donut, but I'm very excited to try this out. I saw so many people, you know, walking around with this, and I figured, you know what, this is definitely one of those things that you just have to get at least once. Looks beautiful. All right, so to say that my taste buds are confused is an understatement. It's sweet but spicy at the same time, but also not overly spicy, which I really appreciate. The chicken is cooked really well. The chicken tastes really, really good. But just, you have the sweetness of the glazed donut, but then it's just smothered in sriracha sauce, but it's also not too spicy as well. I really, really like it though. I don't know why I don't want to like it, but I really do. It's not bad. I definitely think that this is something that you guys just have to try for yourselves. It's very difficult to describe. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, we are starting off the Food and Wine Festival strong. I was pleasantly surprised with that dish. And for $8.50, that's actually quite filling. I'm not gonna lie, that's a pretty decent portion for $8.50. Of course, this is me comparing portion sizes to what you would typically see at Food and Wine Festival with their teeny tiny little sizes for the price that they charge. So it is about 2:30 in the afternoon right now, and to say that it is hot is a bit of an understatement. It is really hot. Coming on over here, it's currently 90 degrees in Orlando with a feels like temperature of 99. Oh, good Lord. The good news, however, is that it doesn't look like it's going to rain at all. The bad news, however, is it doesn't look like it's gonna rain at all. Typically, the afternoon thunderstorms provide a nice break in the heat, and it cools things down just a little bit, but we're not gonna get that today, which is unfortunate. But at the same time, though, again, no rain to disturb the event. All right, so even though I came out right by Mexico, we're gonna go ahead and run counterclockwise to the event. So I'm gonna make it a point to not stop at every single booth, but if I walk by something that smells good and it catches my nostrils, I'm gonna stop there. The swanky, saucy swine caught my nostrils, and I'm not entirely sure what caught my nostrils, but we're gonna come over here to the menu and see if we can find out. They got crispy barbecued pork rinds, roasted pancetta, it could be the soy glazed sticky ribs for sure, or the crispy pig ear salad. I'm definitely thinking it's the ribs. I think we're gonna go ahead and try those out. I do believe my suspicions were correct. These sticky ribs are what caught my nostrils' attention. They look and smell really, really good. All right, there's no clean way to eat ribs, is there? I mean, I did get a fork, so we're gonna try and stab one of these things and get a nice bite out of it. It's a good thing I got napkins. Oh my days. Oh my days, that is really, really good. Wow, I'm very surprised. That is good. Yeah, I don't think anything else needs to be said. That was so good. Highly recommend. So far, we are 2 for 2 at the Food and Wine Festival, and I am loving it. All right, so I know some of you guys are gonna be asking about this in the comment section, and you're gonna be interested. Some of the festival merch. So we have a nice little ornament over here, Epcot International Food and Wine Festival 2021. We also have the event t-shirt over here. This is the back side of it. And this is the front. We have little trash can salt and pepper shakers. Nice little tank top over here with the design on it. Nothing on the back. We got some stainless steel cups over here as well. And making a return this year from years past is the ever popular food and wine tray, where you can walk around and hold your food and drink in just one hand. And last but not least, we also have the Spirit jersey that says celebrating. Is that what it is? It looks like it says celebrating to me. But this is the front of it as well. Looks really nice if you're into Spirit jerseys. Ooh, this is interesting. They've relocated the Hawaii booth. Historically, this has been my favorite booth in the past because of their Kahlua pork sliders, but we're gonna hold off on that for now. We're gonna hold off on that because I already know the Kahlua pork sliders are gonna be good, but I wanna try new things. Keeping up with the mood of wanting to try new things, the Canada booth over here, they have their cheddar cheese soup and filet mignon. We've had both of those in years past. They are really good. I know that they're really good, so moving on. Here's something that's new, the Appleseed Orchard. This is taking the place of the former Canada Theater show. I forget exactly what it's called, Canada Far and Wide, I think. But either way, they have apple crumble tarts in there, apple chips, and they have special apple-themed beverages. Let's head on inside and check it out. Also, this gives me a bit of an excuse to get out of the sun. Oh my days, it smells good in here. Holy cow. Look at that, Appleseed Orchard. So they're not doing the Canada Far and Wide show, and this is the line for whatever they got going on in here. So I guess we'll go ahead and join the pack and wait in it and see exactly what they got. Okay, so I have you guys at a little bit of a lower level. I ended up waiting in that line. I was going to get an apple tart, but I got up to the front and there was no apple tart. But what I did get was the frozen apple pie. Not exactly what I was expecting, but I figured I waited in that line, might as well get something. So this is very weird. Not sure how this is gonna taste, but we're going to go for it. What I got was a mouthful of the crummies on top. I haven't really gotten to the nitty gritty of the liquid yet, hold on. Once you get past the shock of the crumbles on top, which is basically the crumbles that you would get on like a Dutch apple pie, the liquid that's inside is actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it's very refreshing. Not my favorite thing in the world, but it's refreshing. All right, plot twist. There's actually like a clump of apple pie filling at the bottom. And it's like not even warm. It's like they scooped a little thing of apple pie filling and then put the frozen slushy on top of that and then put the apple crumbles. I wasn't expecting the apple pie filling at the bottom. I guess, you know, it shouldn't be surprising, hence the name frozen apple pie, but still, it just really throws it off that it's not cold. You know what I mean? It's just a hit, it just hits you with the warm or room temperature apple pie filling. That doesn't even really taste that good. It's, again, the drink is refreshing, but not my favorite thing in the world. You know, despite being disappointed with what I had in there, I will say it was nice to get out of the heat for a little bit. I just heard a guy walk by and say, the face of the sun is jealous because it's so hot. That's a new one. I'm gonna start using that one from now on. The face of the sun is jealous because it's so hot. Alrighty, so here is the dilemma that I'm having. We're over here at the France booth, and they have the escargot croissant back. It's back. They didn't have it last year, I don't think, and I've missed it. I really like escargot. However, the line for the France booth is quite lengthy. Stretches out its main queue, actually. Alright, Adrian, what is the dumbest thing you've ever done in recent history? Well, did I just wait in a 30-minute line to get a croissant? Yes. Yes, I did. Do I hope it's worth it? Yes, absolutely. I love escargot, but I waited 30 minutes for this. Oh my god. You know, after the 10-minute mark, I was already committed. I'm a very stubborn guy. Once I get in line, I kind of have to stay in it. That's just my thing. It's kind of what I have to do. But yeah, 30 minutes for a croissant. 0 out of 10, don't recommend. Congratulations, Adrian, you played yourself. There were only 2 snails in there. Last time they were here, there were like 3 or 4. There were 2. It tasted good. It tasted good, but it was like $8. Or what? I forget how much it was. It was like $8. If the line's long, skip it. If the line is long, skip it. But if you like escargot, then go for it. Still really good. Correction, it was actually $6.25. Alrighty, over here at the Japan booth, I do believe the spicy Hako sushi is what caught my eye. Might try some of that. Ay, Dios mío. On second thought, to be fair, it doesn't look like it's nearly as long as the France one, and they have 3 people manning the kiosks rather than 2, so maybe it'll be faster? I don't know. I like sushi. We'll wait. Alrighty, so thankfully that line at the Japan booth did not take long at all. So I ended up walking away with the tempura shrimp sando and the spicy Hako sushi. I absolutely love Japanese food, so I'm very excited to try this stuff. I will say the Hako sushi, a bit smaller than I anticipated. It looked a lot bigger in the pictures, but that's totally fine. And the shrimp tempura is in like a hot dog roll. I felt the roll and it feels like it's rather fresh. It doesn't feel like a stale bread roll, so I'm excited to try it. We'll start off with the tempura roll first. It's actually really good. I feel like the bread is really unnecessary. Doesn't really add too much. But on a positive note, the bread is fresh. It's not stale bread like you would expect. That's what I was worried about. But not bad. Alright, next up is the Hako sushi. And again, a bit smaller than I anticipated, but hopefully it tastes good. That's actually really tasty. If you're a fan of sushi, you're definitely gonna like this. I got no complaints. Definitely on the spicy side, and in my opinion, spicier than the donut I had earlier. So I'm looking through the Food and Wine Festival guide for 2021, and you know, I'm trying to pick out what I want to eat next. And you know, towards the back, I stumbled across this. You know, the lobster caught my eye, and the mac and cheese caught my eye, and then I saw these places don't open until October 1st. And then I started looking through and I wanted to find out, you know, how many more places are actually not opening until October 1st. And after going through it all, there's actually 7 total booths that are not opening until October 1st. I understand why Disney is doing that. Like, I get it, you want people to come back. But still, like, come on. This is some of the best stuff, like Belgium. Really? They got the Belgian waffles, Brazil, crispy pork belly, and then, come on, in the back over here, you got lobster everything and the mac and cheese. Like, that's some of the best stuff that people would love to enjoy now, but it's scummy, but I understand why they're doing it, and it's a smart move. Sutalo, I have missed one. There's actually 8. Kenya. And look at that, Kenyan beef, coffee barbecue beef tenderloin. Like, that all sounds really good. And it's opening October 1st. Alright, so we finally made it over to the American Pavilion. We are about halfway through World Showcase and the Food and Wine Festival. Over here they do have the Hops and Barley Market, New England Lobster Roll, hot beef sandwich, and carrot cake. None of that exactly interests me. I've had the New England Lobster Roll before, and for $8.50 in my previous experience, number 1, it didn't really taste that good. Number 2, the bread was not fresh, and number 3, the bread was too thick and there was not enough lobster in it. You got more roll than lobster, so I'm just gonna have a hard pass on this one. But just so that you guys know, it is here for you if you want it. You know, it's on very hot days like today where I have to say it, Epcot needs more shade. There's not enough of it. Alright, next up is the Italy booth. They have ravioli and bombolini. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce what's up top over here, but surprisingly enough, everything here looks actually pretty good. In years past, I've never been really attracted to any of the menu items here at Italy, but I'm actually very tempted to try all three, to be honest with you guys. Tell you what though, those prices are gonna put a big dent in my budget. Alrighty, so a cast member just came through and let us all know that the ravioli at the top, the fried ravioli, is no longer available. They are out of it. So they have the regular ravioli still. We're gonna try that. At least the cast member came in line and told us, unlike over at Appleseed Orchard. Waited in that line to find out what I wanted was gone. Alrighty, and the award for most expensive booth goes to... I only got 2 food items and some water, which is actually coming out to $4.25 because it's not the, what is it, the Dasani water. So they're charging it up as mineral water, so almost $5 for a bottle of water. Ouch. Alright, so what you guys are looking at right now is what I think is the biggest ripoff in the Food and Wine Festival. The Italy booth is crazy expensive. Oh my gosh, what you're seeing here is $28 total. And I think this water bottle is smaller than the regular Dasani water bottles that they would give out regularly. I think they're trying to now, you know, branch out and bring in water bottles or water from Italy or from the native, you know, areas, because I got a different water bottle in France too that was also more expensive than the regular Dasani bottles, and I think that they're more expensive and smaller than what you would regularly see. My conspiracy theory is that World Showcase at Epcot intentionally has very few locations where they distribute ice water or like fountain beverages in general, because this is how they make their money, in bottled water. So either way, hopefully the food is good. I'll let you know. Alright, so I will say this, the bombolini is actually pretty good. It's chocolate filled and it actually tastes really good. The ravioli, they don't, like, the sauce is good, but the ravioli itself and the inside doesn't taste that good. Definitely not worth the price that I paid. $28. This is ridiculous. Don't make my mistake. So I understand why Disney would think that it's a good idea to sell water that you know you would find in Italy, but I also think at the same time though, you should give people the option to get the cheaper option, which is Dasani. By forcing people to get the more expensive option when there's really no other way to get water around here easily, I think it's very scummy and I don't like it. You should give people the cheaper option, always. Alrighty, I've made it to Germany and I have $33 left on my gift card, so might need to, you know, start rationing things out a little bit, because if I have a repeat of what I did in Germany or in Italy, oh boy, I'm in trouble. You know, on a normal day at the Germany booth, I would probably get all 3 of these things because all 3 of these are really good, but I am wanting to try newer things, so we're gonna move on. We're definitely gonna hit up the Germany booth next time we're here though, for sure, because that Skinkennudeln, really good. You know, despite me not being too fond of this booth opening up in October, I will say, looks really nice. All right, the next booth that we are definitely gonna be hitting up is China. They have pan-fried chicken dumplings, which we are not gonna get because we've gotten those in the past. The Zeron beef bao bun, I can't remember if I've had that one in the past. It definitely sounds familiar, but we're gonna get it just in case. And the crispy fried pepper shrimp, we're gonna be getting both of these items today. Alrighty, now we have the bao bun and the fried shrimp. Waited about 15 minutes in that line, not too terrible. So just immediately looking right at it, first of all, it's cold. It's not really warm, which is unfortunate. So I mean, right off the bat, if I'm wanting a bao bun, I'm going to Universal Studios and going to Bend the Bao, because this bao bun was almost $8. Meanwhile, the bao buns at Universal, I think, are like, what, $4? Ugh, man, I hate to say it, but China disappointed me. The bao bun wasn't that good. Honestly, the ones at Universal are better, and I think they're cheaper. And the noodles, like, they tasted fine, but a lot of the noodles were stiff. Like, this one is stuck to the plate, and like, I don't know. And then the shrimp was definitely overcooked, but a lot of the noodles were stiff. You can tell that this plate was sitting out for a while, and I don't know if people just weren't ordering them and they weren't pumping them out fresh, but it was all in all disappointing. I'm very sad. It sucks that we're ending off this way because we started off so strong too. I had such high hopes and we're ending on low notes. Anyways, I got about $15 left on my card, so hopefully we can find a booth that has something decent that I've never tried before that's actually really good. Alright, you guys ready for some honest thoughts and opinions on this? So, on average, I've been waiting about 15 minutes or so at each of the booths that I've been to. The lines are pretty long. There's no secret about that. It's Food and Wine Festival. Of course it's gonna be like that, especially on the opening day. But this is a Thursday. I can only imagine what the lines are gonna be like on a Saturday or a Sunday. It's only gonna get worse. And this isn't just my opinion. I've been hearing other people talking as well. People are not big fans of a bunch of the booths being closed. People notice, and I'm hearing people saying like half the booths are closed, and they're not too pleased about that. I'm not too pleased about it either, I'm not gonna lie. But it's definitely having a negative effect on the guest experience, where people are having to wait such lengthy amounts of time for, you know, these food booths. And then to top it all off, the day's not over yet and they're running out of food early, which is not good. I heard one team leader saying that, you know, they weren't expecting the crowds today for Food and Wine. How do you not expect crowds? It's Food and Wine. This is your most popular event every year. This is your moneymaker. You know the crowds are gonna be here, especially on opening day, and you're running out of food items at certain booths. So it's just not a good look, and you know, most people are not too pleased. And then as the day progressed, the food quality has just gone down, and I have fun here. I honestly do. And I love Food and Wine Festival. It's so much fun, and there's so much great food to have. But unfortunately, a lot of the times the food is hit or miss. You know, you could catch them at a good time, or you can catch them at a bad time. You're either getting something fresh or something that's been sitting out for a while and it's not gonna taste that great. That's just the reality of the Food and Wine Festival. And I wish it wasn't like that, but you know, me being as honest as I am on this channel and wanted to give you guys the most informed information, this is the honest reality, and this is what you guys need to be prepared for when you come to the Food and Wine Festival. The one thing that I just really want to drive home is that I honestly think that it's a mistake to keep those 8 booths closed until October of all times. Like, your event is starting now in July. Those booths should be open. If those booths were open, then the lines would be a lot shorter at most of these booths, and your guests would be having a much more pleasurable experience. I understand that you want people to come back. You need people to have a reason to come back to Epcot in October, but this ain't the way to do it, man. This is not the way to do it. You can walk by the entrance to the Mexico Pavilion and you get hit in the face with the smell of the water from the Grand Fiesta Tour. Oh Lord. And I'm saying that in a good way. The smell of Disney water hits different. Alright, I know I'm breaking my own rule here, but I have no choice. I gotta end it on something that I know is delicious. Definitely have to end things on a high note. Alrighty, in the words of Michael K, bone apple tea. Can never go wrong with a Kahlua pork slider. Never disappoints me. And with the purchase of that Kahlua pork slider, my gift card is now down to $6.55. So we definitely did some damage here at the Food and Wine Festival, that's for sure. And there were some highs and there were some lows. And, you know, I really hope that you guys just value my opinions. You know, I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. I'm not gonna, you know, try to play things up that aren't really that good. I'll let you know if something's good, and I'll let you know if something's bad. But either way, not too terrible of a time here at the Food and Wine Festival. There are some things that are tried and true good food, and other things not so much. I've been eating a lot of things around the world for quite a while now. One thing that I haven't done is go to the bathroom, and I think I'm about due. My favorite secluded restrooms. Greatest bathrooms ever. And look at that. I come outside, there's no one here. There's so much room for activities. By the way, I totally caught that girl on camera just wiping it out over here. She just went. She was okay though, she was okay. She popped right back up and was like, whoa. And her mom was not happy, to say the least, let me tell you. But that was still really funny. But for real though, if you guys are looking for nice quiet restrooms, the entrance to the Figment attraction, right over there, come on down this pathway, over here. Big restrooms, hardly anybody hanging around over here most of the time. I was in there for upwards of 5 minutes taking care of business, and yeah, there was no one in there. Let's go ahead and end the night off with a couple of very relaxing rides.
You said it, Doc. Imagination is a blast.
Oh, God.
Imagination.
Okay, maybe that wasn't the most relaxing ride ever, but I do know one that will definitely get me relaxed.
Laboratory, where scientists from Epcot and the U.S. Department of Agriculture are exploring innovative ways to produce bountiful harvests now and into the future.
You know, it shouldn't have to be said, but I'm gonna say it. Leave the flippin' cucumbers alone. You know, this is one of my favorite rides at Epcot. I've been on it many times. I can't recall ever seeing anyone actually working in there. Is this for show, or is this actually like used legit? So for me, Living with the Land is definitely probably the most relaxing attraction here at Epcot. Just the sights and the smells, and especially the smell of the water, it always puts me in a good mood. I don't know about you guys. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Alright guys, well that is going to do it from us here at Epcot for the very first day of the International Food and Wine Festival. Overall, it was a very enjoyable trip. There were a few ups and downs along the way, but overall I still had a fantastic time, and I think you guys are definitely going to have a fantastic time too. Just definitely do the research ahead of time. There are plenty of websites out there that offer the full menus of what you can find here at the Food and Wine Festival. Make sure you look up pictures, look up the prices, and try and pre-plan ahead of time what you want to eat at the Food and Wine Festival before coming down here. And also, the best advice that I can give you is set a budget. That way you don't accidentally overspend on whatever you're wanting to get here at the Food and Wine Festival. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I really appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on today's video down in the comment section below. If you've had any other similar experiences here at Food and Wine Festival in years past, be sure to drop them down in the comment section below. Huge shout out once again to my Patreon supporters. Without you, this Disney content would not be possible. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys watching. I hope you're all having a wonderful day, morning, afternoon, evening, and I'll see you guys in the next video.